sound. That's why motherfuckers be offbeat. It's only the melanin. And it is a real thing. Yes, you have anomalies, but it's a real thing. And we learn differently. We learn faster, which is why there's an educational agenda. When we first came here, we were put into units called educationally subnormal, having had no academic test. Now it's proofs, and you can be put in a proof for your natural hairstyle, right? Okay, so what's that all about? The miseducation of us. I'm here to educate us. I don't with girls and women anymore because we're in a crazy world and I don't need to get in the middle of any of that shit. And unfortunately, it's men like me who are targeted by those things. I'm wise enough to protect myself. I have some limited experience out here of 30 years. I'm 49, I moved out at 18 years old. I fend for myself. There's no foreign tricks. You bring it for me. I already been for Malcolm X. I have died that death. I didn't need to die. I've had security forces break into my building. These things that people think they want, they don't. It seems romantic. My job is to remove the romanticism from men who want to be leaders of industry. In September, I'm 50. I plan to fall back from the camera like George Soros and have as my evidence demonstrable maybe 100 identifiable black male young leaders in their field that we created shows, and they're an authority that is demonstrable. You can see them. That's my role. That's what I'm doing with Sigma Carta. And by that time, hopefully it's a business like EYL with maybe 10, 15 different shows with different guys. And I'm getting my residuals off the back of the Patreon, doing the events. And I pop out every now and again to say hi, give a keynote speech. I'm planning my TED Talks in Uncle Sam. Well, I do it here where I'm local, when I can go to Uncle Sam and be exotic. We focus on the wrong things. So this is part of that build-up. And one of the main things, I like the screen. It tells a story. And in a white studio, it ain't going to cost $125. Because you're in Muku. I had no desire to come down to Bromley, I'll be honest with you. Yeah. I'm from New Cross originally. Okay. But I don't like going to Croydon. I don't like going to Bromley. The last time I was in Bromley was to bail out one of my mates' younger brothers through my business because they couldn't use their money to bail him out. You know what we're saying. Hey, but my money didn't get confiscated. Yeah. You didn't ask me how. We're learning today, man.
Okay. That's a talk for another time, though.
You're right. Yeah. So that's it in a nutshell. Mine is to convey my earned wisdoms because I have paid the cost to be whatever boss I am. I don't live really within this system. That's what I say Sigma males are. They're men who live outside of this system. So what we're conveying is a lifestyle system so that men can have a community that is functional, just like white men do. And I will tell you as well, I belong to a lodge where everybody looks like me. People talk about Masons. The Masonic systems were created by us. From Kemet down to Egypt, they were created by us. And
which lodge you belong to?
In Manchester, United Order of Mechanics.
Oh, okay.
So you're probably listening to the wisdoms of a mechanic.
Yeah.
And the only reason I joined the lodge was for what? To learn systems. Mm-hmm. Because my role is to master systems so that I can create systems. So all Sigma Carta ends up being is a lodge without having to join any lodge. See, I know who's behind Sigma Carta. I can't genuinely say from the bottom of my heart, even if I was a 33rd degree Mason, that I know who's behind that. You understand? But I know who's behind Sigma Carta. And I know the virtue is specifically for us to improve as men. And then, depending on the investment men want to make, is to balance the left and right hemispheres of your brain, which is your masculine energy and your feminine energy. This doesn't have anything to do with male, female. It's your giving energy and your receiving energy. Once you learn to meditate, to call in and visualize, it's like if you don't know a word, you can't make a photograph of it in your head, right? So there's a reason that although I might speak intelligently, I don't convolute it with words that aren't necessary so that it can always be comprehended. In that way, I know my audience is always coming back. Some people use words that are unnecessary, that I do use at times, but I'm not here to lose anybody. They're there to sound intelligent because they're not intelligent. Now you ask them to break it down, they might become tongue-tied. I won't. I could have a conversation and it would feel like they're at the bottom of the ocean and I'm 4,000 fathoms above them. To catch me, they get the fucking bends. However, it is something that men do when they feel small. And when I see it, I recognize it as a low self-esteem. I don't suffer that. Because I came from the tiles and I created my own space because I visualized it. When I sort of read Malcolm X at 17, I saw myself wearing a suit. I ended up owning more than 200 of them. I would go into rooms, give talks, do these things, and I knew that I could open and close doors. I've gone and conversed with police at Parliament and in New Scotland Yard, and they're writing down what I say. So when I hear people say, we can't do this and we can't do that, you heard me use the term earlier, the great unwashed. I extrapolate myself from the conversation. And I use the term the great unwashed to turn away the men that I don't want. Who's the great unwashed? I don't know, usually those that ask. So the first thing I do is get rid of all the time wasters intentionally. The more intentional you become, so you know the men who consider themselves the great unwashed when I say it? Men with low self-esteem. I don't have any use for you, so let me just get rid of you. Because the men I'm talking to, they know I'm not talking to them. We're good. So I said, how can I come in, not waste any time, bring in people, have to get rid of them? Now just be you and say it in your little cute style how you say it. And they'll find their way out. I do like the two setups. Yeah. There's actually something that a sponsor has where I'm literally about to do this. I was planning it without one of these walls, but I do like these walls. I haven't even researched the price yet.
People always use that setup, but I love this.
Yeah.
I want to use this. It's different. You see the arse time, but
you see, the thing of it is, for me, it would be numbers. If I'm interviewing one person, I'm going to do it here. I'm going to make sure that, you see, I would always place my cameras as I do it. I would place one camera behind here that is on me. We don't need to see both of us in a shot like this because I use that for storytelling. You see, let me tell you something about story. Where's the filmmaker? No, you're good. Whatever you've taken. I said it, and I was aware that we were filming.
Yeah.
You don't need any permissions. I said it. We're good.
No, I just want to let you know.
No, King.
Yeah?
I appreciate.
Cool.
I appreciate your integrity.
I'd say filmmakers are storyteller. They will tell stories.
That's it. Stop. Nothing else. So, depending on your intentions, is the kind of story that's going to be told. No, you're good. Whatever you've taken. Now, and I was aware that you are coming from a particular space. Your job is to maintain the integrity of how you think to convey it through the screen. But what you have to learn is how some other motherfuckers got to pay for it. And this is where you have to improve you. Because we seduce everybody. Seduction isn't even a sexual thing. It involves sexual energy. And these are the things that we're not taught either. What's your greatest energy? When you want to chop, when you wake up in the morning and your man is hard, that's the first thought. That's the most powerful emotion, sex. When you learn to transmute sexual energy into who you are, you'll go into a room and you see that people are just attracted to somebody for no reason, right? That's sexual energy. They might not even be the most attractive. People don't understand what it is. This is why I suggest to men that they go on a spiritual journey to understand spirituality. So that when you see shit happening, you understand what's happening. So if you understand what's happening, that means you can create it for yourself, right? So now, I know I have that energy and I go in a room and I start seducing people and somebody's over there, he's made a decision, he's going to give me 10 grand. He ain't said a word, he's just watching me with everybody else. but I'm aware of him because I can feel his energy in the back. That's why when it comes to a danger level, you could never be filming me without me being aware, if that makes sense. Irrespective of whether I consciously acknowledge you or not. So the reason I say learn yourself and master your vessel is because all of these things that are happening in a room, someone to be behind you, you be aware. They'll be recording, you be aware. You might be rediscovering America for them when you let them know, but you're aware. And it comes down to the scope of your spirit. So as I'm having this conversation, I don't have a phone in my hand, right? I don't have a phone on the table. Do you know why? Because I'm in the moment. And when you're present in the moment, you're consciously aware of everything. Because people are so distracted, they're not even plugged into themselves. Why do you think all the opportunities and all the shit that's going on in space can miss them? It's not a mistake. Nothing can miss you when you're present, consciously aware, because you're picking up on what's being laid down. So even if I said something and I didn't give you it directly as an opportunity, you pick it up as an opportunity, right? Now you're going to start to build on it. You're going to start selling it back to me. And I know that you were selling it back to me. Now, if I really want someone, I'm not going to lay it necessarily directly, unless I know you're a caliber and I'm not going to waste time. But if I got to test it, I'm going to come around the back door. And if you still got it, you're supposed to be in this room. And you're supposed to be able to take advantage of the opportunity that I'm presenting. Yeah, it's that simple, brother. But master your consciousness. The higher your consciousness, the more you start to repel the people that aren't supposed to be around you. You don't even need to get rid of them. The great unwashed just remove themselves. It's too high. And you don't need to say a word. See how you carry yourself, how you be. You come in, you're confident, you're on the space, carefree. It makes people itch. Yes, sir.
Yeah, there you go. Power lessons right there, you know. Masterclass. Love
It's
it.
possible, it's possible.
Okay, that's cool then. So, I take it you're already sold for this place.
Yeah.
So what type of videos you want to shoot? You're saying you want to do
3 camera. I would supply you with some footage that conveys the conversation that we're having, because all of these visual tools sit in the subconscious mind. They're very powerful shortcuts to the adoption of what you're actually saying. Some people just talk because they have lips. That's not my style. I communicate. Communicating isn't talking, it's making a breakthrough. And if you want to make a breakthrough, you have to enable whoever your viewer is to make a photograph of it in their mind. If we don't make a photograph of something in our mind, nothing's being adopted. It's just breeze, it's nice. So when we watch negativity in podcasts, there is a vacuous waste of time. That's
did I hear right? Negativity.
negativity.
Yeah, I heard right. Yeah.
So we don't waste time with this, because at 49, I might have 30 summers to 35 summers left, and that is too few summers for me to waste. So I speak clearly. I'm highly intentional about what I want and what I'm doing, and in that way, I get the outcome from what I want and what I'm doing.
100. All right. So would it be you solo or
No. I do have possibly. There are times I might come here by myself. I will always have a guest.
Yep.
But I might have my producer with me.
Okay. Cool. So solo and guest then.
Yeah. No. I will always have a guest.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
front
So
of the
in
camera.
shooting in front of the camera,
Yeah,
always
always.
a guest. Yeah. I can do my pontification from anywhere, brother. If I'm here, is with a guest with a specific expertise to build that YouTube platform.
Okay. And how many times a month, or how many hours do you need?
I say twice a month. So it'll be like a 40-minute format. So an hour, literally, yeah. If I hadn't been doing this every other day, since September, I might say something different, but we got it down, brother.
Yeah.
Just like you see me here at 10 to 3, we don't waste time.
Okay.
And that's another thing that people don't respect is the use of time.
Yes.
All the labba, all of this nonsense.
No.
When I have a guest, I've done all that. First thing I'm going to do is take you for a coffee.
Yeah.
So I understand your personality. Then with the questions that I ask, I'm leading you into the answers that I already desire and I know I'm going to get because it's going down in Chinatown.
Yeah.
What I perceive is going to be the outcome of what we create.
Yeah.
I see when people are just going anywhere, I'm I'm one of the most intentional motherfuckers you ever met in your life, brother.
Yeah.
I'm premeditated.
Loving it. So another thing I need to know is in terms of how would you want your footage delivered? Would you want
On my hard drive, brother, I'll clap it from you straight.
straight away, yeah?
No wasting time. So if you've got you got the camera switcher,
Yeah.
there you save me the time in editing.
Okay.
See the other way, like now, because my man syncs the AB cameras. I'm about to get this app to put it through Adobe. You know, in the 1 minute, it syncs all 3 cameras. But I'd rather see. My thing is an efficient machine.
Yeah.
You have it. So no time to waste. So all I need is someone who can find their ass with one hand in the dark, who can follow a conversation to be popping the cameras. And in that way, we don't have to waste any time editing. All I'm going to do is put a title sequence on it, throw some text and some graphics here and there. But essentially, my product is there. And when I throw it on the timeline, I'm just embellishing it. I'm not cutting anything.
Cool.
Unless I'm getting rid of it.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So definitely camera switching.
Yeah. Cool. Do you need anything else, teleprompter or anything like that?
Never, brother. You heard already. It lives up here.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Do you know, I will go
Yeah.
and give an hour keynote that somebody pays me a bag for,
Yeah.
and I don't have one piece of paper with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I did was write myself a few headers that, and I'm already telling the story.
Yeah.
So when people say Hove gets in the booth
Yeah.
and he spits and people don't believe it, I look at it and say, that's because you can only perceive from your own level of consciousness.
Yeah.
I know because I do it.
It's the preparation beforehand. That's what it is.
Hey, brother.
Yeah.
As many people say they want the preparation. No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, the preparation I had.
Yeah. Life teaches you lessons, you know.
1 or 3.
A lot of lessons. All right. Anything else? I think from a production standpoint, that's kind of it.
Yeah. And let me get your number directly as well.
Yeah.
That way we save time. I'm an efficiency monster. All I'm doing right now for Sigma Carta, it's like the back end. I got the landing pages, the email marketing, all of that stuff. And what I'll do, I'm going to WhatsApp you these guys I was telling you about, the Yanks, that you need to be watching. See, there's lessons there, but there's lessons here. And when you start to take on that, you're going to see that there are things that you have ideas about that you're not necessarily exposed to the individuals. And I mean the weapons at the front that are doing it. Once you start watching this shit, you're going to employ it the next day. And you're going to see how quickly this motherfucker goes ahead.
Question I want to ask you: have you ever thought about putting yourself on like Kajabi? And those?
Now, I'm not using Kajabi.
Yeah.
See, again, I'm ahead of you, my brother. I would never use Kajabi. I used to build websites. And what people, not everybody who does the courses, because I built websites 17 years ago, for me to use these ones that don't need any code is a piece of piss. So courses on Wix, you keep all your money. Okay. So you got the passworded area. I already have my Vimeo for my, what you call it. I shoot my shit. I thought I could shoot a 5-hour course, put the whole thing on Vimeo, stream the Vimeo in the passworded area, break it down into the 15-minute segments, and there you go. There's your 3-month course with the PDF books and audio books for you to listen to at night so that you're rewiring your subconscious mind. And guess what? I'm ahead of you.
Yeah.
Because we got the courses. I told you, that's what is £14.
Yeah.
in the Patreon
In the Patreon,
membership.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Wix.
Yeah.
Wix has got a course area that is passworded. And if you desire to do that, then I will send you the YouTube video that's got the entire Wix course building part. From A to Z.
Yeah. Okay. Wix password.
We're going to come to some deal because you're going to get so much university from me. You are going to save time and a lot of money.
I'm liking that. Okay.
Fuck Kajabi membership, brother. You spend £500 on Wix. And when I say £500, it's not that Wix costs £500. But now, if I take all of the key elements from Wix that you would want to go and operate, Masterclass? No, it's called Masterclass.
Okay.
They have the A-listers teaching university on there. So they got Spike Lee for
Okay,
film.
yeah.
Right, you see the adverts all the time, right?
That one,
So
One Day as well, and a few others.
fuck the rest.
Yeah.
That's the guy. So who am I emulating through mine? I'm just duplicating exactly what they've done.
Yeah.
Except it's Sigma Carta. And the production values will be exactly the same.
Yeah.
So when we throw the LUTs on it that make it look like a movie, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
See, I know a lot of the guys that come in here, you speaking to lay people.
Yeah.
I studied film 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm a film fan. So when I saw young man, I forgot your name, sir. Kamari. Cool. I'm not finished. I call you for a reason. It's going to benefit you. And because it's going to benefit you, it's going to benefit you.
That's right.
Go watch The Creator if you haven't seen it. The Creator was shot on EX3s, Sony EX3s. Fine. Go and look for the cinematographer on YouTube. Look for a publication called American Cinematographer. American Cinematographer breaks down the cinematography of every single film. For you, I would recommend you take some small part of your money and subscribe, write it down, to American Cinematographer for visuals. And they'll tell you, when they put the LUTs on it, they went and bought a LUT for like $8, and then they had to go and make it because it didn't translate for the film. But you will study what LUTs films are using, and then you will take that same filmic look and place it on your visuals, and that's how you stand out. You see, branding for me is how people feel about what you're doing, and it's how they have conversations about the vehicle when you're not in the room. That's how you know how the brand is. So fuck the logo. You could call it Dick Summary. If it's doing its job and it makes people feel a particular way, you got £1 million brand. But how you separate is by doing what those at the top do. So when you ask me about a course, I said, no, let me school you. Fuck Kajabi. You put it on Wix. You build it yourself. You create film quality visuals within just an academic environment, so they feel, hey, this ain't negativity, this ain't nigga shit. They've gone in. So now, how is your adoption in terms of the production values that I'm laying down? You are obligated to take advantage. You paid your money, you pay attention. But when you pay money with me, you're going to get what you came for. Audibly, visually, and in every other way. Yeah. We got to get onto excellence, because when we get into excellence, is a different feeling that comes from it. But I'm going to give you a couple of publications that you're going to go and subscribe, write them down, and you're going to subscribe. Televisual, like it sounds, Tele, T-E-L-E visual. I think that's probably less than 40 quid a year. That's a magazine. You're going to love it. It's going to tell you about all the hot productions here and maybe some international ones as well. American Cinematographer. I would say broadcast, but you don't need to bother with that. And I'll get your number before I go, and I will feed you some materials as well that are going to benefit you. And as and when they come across my mind, I'll just send you materials. Well, you're going to subscribe to them to get the physical magazines. You want them, trust me. They're your reference points for different productions. And then when we swap numbers, I'm going to send you bits that are going to feed you. Go ahead, sir.
Another thing, video marketing strategy, do you have one?
Do I have a
video marketing strategy?
A video marketing strategy? Yeah. So I already chop up the shorts. I have belonged to, as an advocate, about 240 WhatsApp groups for about 8 years. About the same amount of Facebook groups. So all those short bits to tease, I use LinkedIn, I use Twitter, I use all of the medias. I did set up a threads for Sigma Carta as well. So I have everything. They're all on the link tree. But I use shorts, and if I do at some stage get into reactions, it's not going to be the dumb shit that's in the zeitgeist. It will be to the particular topic that speaks to the tribe as the tribe is forming. And one of the things I may even use it for as well here is to do live. And that live I would stream through my StreamYard account, concurrently LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, so that it hits all of them, and that all points towards the YouTube for all the rest of the content. But it makes sense to have a live that is in an environment that says, I'm not in my yard. People are in this, so you're personal, yeah? I said, nah, you see, one thing about you, because you hide so much, you feel that you have to give people your life to get into you. I never hid from anybody. When I broke up with my son's mum, I slept in my basement of my shop. And because I was holding up so many people, I was drinking 5 bottles of rum in a week. Lee bottles. I was drinking Ray Nephew. And I was still on my feet. So I could open that bitch at 10, and by 7 when I shut the doors, that was finished. Look at me. I am not an alcoholic. I drink. A man who can manage his appetites can manage anything. See, at the time, I'm with a young lady. I'm holding up her mother's mortgage part of it that she can't pay. She's getting money. My son's mum. My mum got sick. If my sister's kids needed uniform, me. My coping mechanism at the time, outside of my peers, was the bottle. See, I can share that with the world because I don't have any shame in it. Because a motherfucker look at me, I say, my man, don't worry about me. Look at me, look at you. I'm good. See, when I used to go and buy from...
my favorite video. I have no shame. I have pride, but I have no shame.
Pride is different.
Yeah.
And I learned where my pride, which was a 30-foot wall, didn't serve me. And it was only last year that I learned to use my feminine energy to receive. Remember I said energy is not it's not male or female. If you don't... So I know you want £1 million, but if you don't employ your feminine energy, how are you going to receive it? You understand? So when I speak, sometimes people from the outside, they might catch a piece of what I'm saying. Oh, you're one of them who thinks... No, I don't think shit. I'm nearly 50 years old. I know. You don't know your house from your elbow because you're still running on a program that was created by the people who govern you, because you don't even have dominion over your own personage. Do you understand any of the shit I'm saying right now?
Okay, so we do I know right now that's most probably not for you, but we do the membership program where we do the live streams as well.
Okay, cool.
That is
brother. Don't hold back on anything you have. You would be remiss in your position as a studio director, irrespective of the hyperbole that comes out of my mouth, if you're not representing yourself.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah. So we do the membership package where we still do the switching, the live streaming, everything for you as well. What I want to do though, because, build a relationship with everybody.
Absolutely. Who's worth building a relationship with.
Exactly. Is always give something more. So what we can do...
Value.
That's right. What we can do as well is we can edit your first video for you.
Cool.
For free. And we'll create some reels for you as well.
Cool.
For free. And yeah, that's it.
Beautiful. And I will market... I won't market the studio too hard.
Yeah, no. It's all right. You don't even need to market the studio. It's your guest that's going to be coming in here.
No, you're quite right.
And when your episode is released,
that
is our market.
Exactly. Yeah. And you're free to use it which I know was why you put the call out.
Yeah.
And some people will come in and they're booking the studio, and some people come in and it's going to work in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
So, because our thing is we want a long-term relationship with people. We don't.
Yeah,
I don't want to do like, once every so often. We want a membership package.
Yeah.
Where people are coming in here.
So let's have the prices of the membership package.
Yeah. So the membership package, we give you 4 hours of recording per month. You get the live streaming. You get the switcher in here as well. What else? Live editing. We said that already. All that is for £400 per month.
Cool.
Yeah, and that is a minimum of a 3-month subscription, basically.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Listen, we're all into our residuals.
Yeah. So that's my thing, and the business model is literally based upon.
So that's really what you want is your £1,200 clients.
Yes.
Cool.
More than that, even.
No, obviously.
Yeah, that's the
Brother,
base. Yeah,
you upsell. You upsell.
That's the base. We really want.
You upsell.
We really want starting monthly is £1,000 per month client.
So I've said a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Let me now enable you a little bit so tell me your business model, what you actually want. Because when you waste this, you're wasting a lot.
Yeah. So the business
and
model,
I'll take your number afterwards, which is the only reason my phone is out. Yeah.
Yeah. So really and truly, it's a bait and hook model. So we'll give you something for,
and then you got
upsell
upsell
free, and then we really want you on a recurring subscription basis.
Yeah.
So each client, we're seeing that on a monthly, we want to make anywhere between 750 to 1,500 like normal clients.
Yep. Yeah.
Because I don't want many clients. I don't even need many clients.
You want quality
I
clients.
want quality clients.
I'm with you.
Clients. That's it. Least amount of stress. Least amount of worries.
Well, and having, I'm sure, met people who consider themselves to be creative, they're a fucking nightmare.
100%. 100%. So that's why I've already said, all right,
I'm not rediscovering America for you, am I?
I'm like, okay, you know what?
Yeah, they're horrible.
People that come in,
they're imbeciles.
They don't have a clue what they want.
No, they're imbeciles.
Kamari, the other day, he saw one of those clients that came in.
Oh my God.
They're imbeciles. They're imbeciles. They're imbeciles.
They wasted their money.
They made me feel like I was robbing them or like I was doing something towards the guy. Like, it made me feel uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
Here's the thing, and do you know what I'd say to him? Sir, you're in charge, so I choose my words wisely. If you were to eat a hot dog in front of Westminster Station when all the clubs are closed, you get out what you put in. I don't talk you. If you choose to eat a rat burger from in front of Westminster Station at 2 a.m, you get out what you put in. Me, I'm the CCTV. I didn't do anything. This is on you.
That's it.
And your job is to learn from this, go away and improve. Now, if you're mad at anybody, you're not mad at me.
No.
You're mad at yourself. And as a man, I have a program. Sigma Carta is the unconventional wisdom of men. That's my tagline. And what you're going to hear me say every day is we take radical self-accountability as Sigmas. You heard that part, radical. I'm responsible for every motherfucking thing that happens to me. So if I get robbed, it's because I put myself in a position to get robbed. Now, if you rob yourself, it's because you're a mug. Get the fuck out of my screen.
So it's like I really wanted to work with some clients and actually give them a game plan of
Absolutely.
how to succeed. But to me, it seems like you already have that already.
I do,
Yeah.
but I don't want that to suppress whatever ideas you have.
Yeah.
I'm in my receiving energy.
Yeah.
I'm a baby in this way. Yeah. I've only been doing it for a year.
Yeah.
So I'm quite honest.
Yeah.
The thing, whenever people think they're the most intelligent person in the room, they make an idiot out of themselves. And that's why I said, tell me your business model, so you're not going to waste anything that I might be able to give you that contributes to that. And I might go away and then send you something. You say, shit, cool. Even the guys I'm going to send you later today, you'll see, and they're going to benefit you in the way that they operate.
Another person I wanted to link you with, because based on what you was talking about, Mega Man.
No, I know. There's not many people in Londinium you're going to call that I don't know. I know Swiss, I know Mega, I know.
I'm saying in terms of Lodge.
In working, in Lodge. No, I know. King.
He knows.
No, I'm going to show you a conversation.
Yeah.
Because, let me say something. You see, in the UK, I use a Hove line. I have a Hove line for every single solution in life. Yeah. And when people say, because not people who do this and do that, And I say, less is more. There's plenty of us. I don't spend much time around the great unwashed. What's this thing? It's real official.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have so much shit in my head, I will get those senile spots.
That's cool.
Yeah. Mega, we're going to do something at some stage. And the same with Swiss, because this thing is about systems.
So Sigmund Carta as well. It's for males. What age group would you say specifically is your target market?
I don't.
No.
If a man decides he's ready, then he's ready. A man could be 50 years old and all he demonstrates is 50 times 1 year's experience. I don't. When I speak to an 8-year-old how I just spoke to a brother. I don't make a decision that a man can comprehend what I say. He's going to let me know what he doesn't comprehend. And then I'm not going to judge him. I'm going to evolve how I communicate to him. And then I'm going to take him on a journey so that he can fully comprehend what I'm saying. We do these things. Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't find this, Brenner. And I don't know why I'm showing you a conversation I had with a man anyway. But what I said to him is not to concern with the great unwashed because they don't count. And see, similarly, I know Jedi, when Jedi was trying to call him out. Jedi's an entertainer. You're a rapper. He's my brother. Jedi called me onto his platform to go and do his live event. I went and did it twice. I can't do it again. It's too low vibrational. It's not any judgment. It's not my space to be there. So by me being there, somebody like a China might think he's my peer. And then you're going to be lemon. But you don't know how I actually respond to people in real life. We're not the same. Remember, you're doing it for entertainment. And you shout at little girls. But I'm a man. Now, there might have been a stage where I might have thought about an ice pick for somebody like you, and it will be so minor. Because ice picks make small holes. Not like knives, they make big holes. But they still burst organs. We're not peers. And whatever you think, you're not as premeditated as me, and you don't come from where I come from. But you see, based on how I convey myself, people get confused, right? So then when you touch my hand and I look in your eye and I tell you some men speak because they have lips, then you understand the difference between me and you. But what did I do? I took radical self-accountability. I said, you're never supposed to be in the first place. So let's go. We're not doing this again. Because when children come, children are cheeky. I finished. Life is simple, brother. As I say, there's nobody in this town that I don't know and have some form of a relationship with. And Jedi could reach out to me for something. I just can't do that because I know you're an entertainer. And where you like to stir the pot, it's for entertainment purposes. I'm a teacher and a mentor. It's different. So if I speak on a topic, it's so that people can go away more enlightened. And ain't nobody going to tell me about a lot because I jumped through the air and got caught by my brothers. So
I love that.
It's 49 years of wisdom. And I moved out at 18 into my own flat in New Cross, not council because I couldn't get a council flat, private rental. I had 10 video recorders, VHS. I saw Pirates and Porn. My dad introduced me to one of his brethren to buy weed so he could get a free draw from me. Then I was selling stolen goods. Then the police came and closed down my Operation Bumblebee, because of stolen goods. You know Cole Leon, the rapper?
He's an American rapper.
Nah, he's British. Okay. He the real one. That's the guy that I bailed out from the court around the corner. Gunfights, all of these things that people do who are overexcited. I went to school with his two older brothers. When we were there listening to Biggie Smalls in 95, bopping our heads and there's 10 of us drinking and then smoking in the room, he's popping his head around the door. So then he became a monster. So am I not obligated to give medicine to the monsters who became men? Knowing what I know, being from where I'm from, matriculating into the man that I have, I'm obligated. So I do it. Because I can. And people say, I love how you love black people, you do it for black. Don't make that mistake. I don't do fuck all for black people anymore. I do it because I want to do it.
Yeah.
And that's it. It stops right there. If I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I do what I want to do because I can. I have the capacity. Don't do the shit, you guys with holes in your chest, running, making yourself busy because you got fuck all else to do. No, not that. Never that.
Yeah.
And I still spend one whole day with my son in a week.
Get me gassed, you know. All right.
Let me grab your number before I cut, so that way, if you got something to start, I'm still going to have your number.
Cool. Take both my
Yeah,
WhatsApp
yeah.
number and the business number, which is 0203.
Yep. No, I got that number.
Okay, you got that number then. My personal number
Yep.
is 0737 824 88 71. Let me just make sure that's correct.
Yeah. I'll give you my, take my number now,
Yeah.
in case it's not correct, and just give me a one ring.
Let me call you now.
07.
Let me call you. I think you sent it over here already.
Yeah.
Let me call you on that.
The key to success is saving time by learning from those who know and then giving to those who don't. Got it? Yeah, I'll save it.
Was it the right one or was it triple?
I deleted the other one.
Okay.
And here's something I'm going to say to you about me. Because mine is always to understand in order to gain and benefit, not to be right, I don't care.
Yeah.
So I would never have checked it.
Yeah.
We do the wrong thing. We focus on the wrong things. So like when a woman might be saying, "La, la, la, la," I'm not matching her. I just shut the fuck up. Wait till she finishes talking. Because I know at the end I'm going to give her a medicine and that's cool.
Yeah.
Somebody else, I'm going to be right. I'm going to be right. That's the worst mistake you can make, bro. You're going to do it for a whole decade.
That's when you know you ain't had enough wisdom. You ain't had enough experience, or you haven't learned that lesson.
Hey, man, you're going to learn. Do you know I didn't even take your name when we were conversing? All I knew was the studio.
Is it?
You never gave me your name.
Yeah, Callum.
Callum.
But I follow you. We again. Again. No, but you know what? Yeah, I just assume.
Yeah, I
assume.
get it.
Because obviously, we're on social media. You see everybody.
Yeah,
all the time,
yeah.
And you just think, okay, I know.
But I'm gonna be. You
content.
see, I'm gonna tell you one thing about me. You see where people get bogged down and they really consume.
Yeah.
When I know people, because I've touched their hand, well, then I know them.
Yeah.
Before, I'll see something. I don't have no monkey in that circus. It does not take up 1
Yep.
megabyte
Yep.
in my hard drive
Yep.
to distract me from what my program is.
Yeah.
So if Kim Kardashian comes on TV and shows her pussy,
You don't.
I'm not having a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you were to see my books that I write in, you say, wow, so what you did is you vomit in these and then I reduce it until it's fat-free in there. That's now operational. That's intentional. Kim Kardashian showed her pussy. She's a whore. Whore showed her pussy. What do you want from me? This is what we're really talking about out here.
Clip that. Clip that. Okay.
Yeah. So, what's your surname, sir? I'm a
Noel.
traditionalist. Noel.
Noel.
Yep, traditional way.
I've got you as Dean Okai, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And, you know, unlike these performers, the only thing that I embellish my name with is senior. And that's the differentiate between Dino Kai Jr.
That's my surname.
Okay. So,
That's my surname.
you need to give me a one ring.
So let me just write this down because I've got
Yeah.
problems.
And get everything that you need
Yeah.
from me.
I looked at your LinkedIn and I saw you put SNR, and that's weird because on my old Instagram I used to put SNR.
It's a short name for senior.
My
Yeah.
surname Senior, but
Yeah. So, I'm senior to a junior.
yeah, people always get confused with me and my dad. They're like, you're a senior, your dad a junior. I'm like, look back on yourself and how does it make sense? How can I be?
No. Let me give you a cute one. 1 minute. Let me give you a cute one. When you look at them, first you leave a 4-second pause. Then you say this. To somebody dumb, that sounds smart. Then just look away.
Because honestly, I'm like, so what?
To somebody dumb,
That
sounds smart.
extremely smart.
And then just look away.
I'm like, what? But my dad came from my balls. Make that make.
You see why I use the term great unwashed? And this is why people get offended when I use it.
I like the way you
But
put it.
what I do is I now extrapolate you from the process. So, you heard of a dunce cap, right?
It's
They used to
before your
make
time.
little paper hat, put a D on it, put you in the corner, you're a dunce. That means you're stupid. But Dunstable was a monk who was a professor in university, and how he taught Christianity was more like worshipping the God inside. Now, if I don't want you to know that man, I told you, when white people don't want you to know something, they make you look away. So now his name is aligned with the dunce cap, stupid people, because they didn't want you to look into this man and what he did and what he taught. You see, the more that you learn, and now you'll be on this lifelong journey of learning, because exposure leads to expansion. So when people sit down, I could have easily gone to any space in a tracksuit, being 49 years old, with platinum in my beard, which is wisdom, and they would underestimate me as a nigger and talk all their talk in front of me. And I may do this from time to time, not knowing any of the intellectual capital that I actually encapsulate over the course of nearly 50 years. Does that make me less or more dangerous? Because they underestimate a perfect suntan, right? That's our advantage. So I don't care about racism, because you can't be racist to me, because racism is a power dynamic, and I'm a sovereign. I'm not going to do a motherfucking thing you say, unless you say, take this grant. Okay. And then, depending on what you want me to do, I'm going to say yes, or I'm going to say no, because not all money is good money. Because they offered me 10 grand to be a COVID champion, and was a COVID champion. Okay, you understand? So when you see an Anthony Joshua, or you see actors, you tell you there weren't no money. I'm nobody. So if I'm influential to the degree that I am. So if I was offered 10 grand, what were you guys getting out of it? Okay. And what you've got to understand now is that the World Economic Forum, where all of the global billionaires come together to follow the agenda of Klaus Schwab, just play it out through their own media outlets. So my owned media outlet is a counter to their owned media outlets. Now, you heard I said I don't want the 2.5 million people in this country, whatever black means, because black actually means dead, legally. It's a political term that just means non-white. Now, if you decide that you are black and you gain on forms, you make yourself a ward of the state, which means you are property of the state. I'm a sovereign. So this is for black people. This is for 1,000 Sigma men who understand their sovereignty, desire to improve, work in sweat equity as a community to do powerful things that don't require the permission of unmelanated men who can get skin cancer. That's it. I'm highly intentional about it. But let me give you my number. 07 848 486 509. And you can give me a one ring. Yes, sir. Got it? Yep, you can hang up.
And when would are you looking to start?
I'm going to start, let me say, the 3rd week of February for the launch. And what I would start with is a live.
Oh, you want to do a live, yeah?
Yeah. And I'll tell you why. I will launch for the physical event with that live. You see, and now I'll explain to you why I start in March. January isn't the new year, apart from on uneducated Europeans' calendars. What grows in January? Nothing. Fine. So the new year actually starts April 1st, which is why they call it April Fools, because you guys are all out there celebrating in January and they're laughing at you. So it's April Fools. Just heads up to let people know. So there are certain things you will be surprised to know that Parliament, like me, has their own astrologer. Why does Parliament have an astrologer? Because the days of the week that are by somebody's story governed by angels have power. And when you understand the powerful times to actually do things, what does a wise person do? You fall in line with it. See, it's more prone to success. So people think everything happens by accident based on their consciousness. And I say, well, I'm quite accident prone these days because I learned the systems of this universe that actually are. Now, when you see that political institutions have a room that has an altar and they pour libation, you say, well, who are you pouring libation to? Because you're Christians, right? And isn't that pagan and demonic like me? Because I have my altar and my people. Word to the wise. They've just adopted our systems. So I can't be scared of Masons or scared of any of this knowledge because I have it, I embody it, and I practice it. And it works. Somebody dumb, you sound smart. Don't make a mistake.
Okay, so third week of February, and then from then onwards.
Furthermore, let me get my calendar. Rather than freestyling, let's do something. Right.
That's for 1 hour.
Okay, AI, you can save my name. Yeah, so you see, like, my Instagram is half my LinkedIn. My LinkedIn is 10,000 and my Instagram is 5. And there's something wrong with my Instagram as well. There was one particular post I did. I had 5,300. And then after I posted it, it went down to 5,153. And people kept joining me and my shit weren't growing. I'm watching, and then on TikTok, my shit gets muted. 60% of my videos on TikTok, because you see, and I thought, what is it? I'm saying, it's more the spiritual stuff that I'm saying. It says music, copyright. But you know, I have this, if you see it in my videos, I've got the same music under everything. They mute the videos because of the content. This isn't stuff that you would really want people to know that I convey, which is why it's not for the great unwashed. Because if you try to bring the great unwashed into a society, they will only fuck it up. Being on if you let everybody on the Titanic in the lifeboat, they'll turn it over. So why do you think there are societies that are secret? Why do you think there are spaces for particular people? It's for those of a similar ilk. And if you're not of the ilk, you're going to be on the outside. Okay, cool. So remind me your first name again? Kamari, cool. Kamari Senior. Right, I'm getting in the calendar and I'm going to look at February. March, February, right. Friday, so let's say Monday the 19th.
Monday the 19th, okay.
Yeah.
What time?
Oh, let me get back to you when I get back. Pick up my bag. I will send you a time. I'll WhatsApp you, and we'll get something concrete in there, and you can WhatsApp over your bank details and all that stuff.
Are you thinking later in the evening, afternoon, or morning times?
I'm gonna WhatsApp you when I pick up my bag. This is another thing. You just got a lesson there. Don't ever feel socially pressured to do anything. Have clarity. Be intentional. Be honest. And that way, men never have any misunderstanding. You get in master classes.
Perfect.
We know English, you know. We don't have to be polite.
And then let's do some promo videos.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's go to Taz Podcast Studio One actually, and now we're just doing a normal video.
See, even the stuff I record now, because what I might do if I bring my producer here, call in the man behind the mic, when we have questions on a live, he can read them out for me, even with a guest. Yeah. So they're getting the wisdom from the guest, and then see, this is where I say, so it's very important to you. You're a filmmaker, and
He's the main subject.
okay, no, if you're filming me, it's cool. You can film me, and I'll say it to you now. It's something important that I said to you as a filmmaker. you're highly intentional about the message that you want to convey, and you've got to understand what differentiates you from somebody else in painting their stories. So if I just came and gave a live, even as much knowledge as it is, no, it's a different format. And what differentiates it is my producer, the man behind the mic, is equally as much of a weapon as me. I could not have a business partner and a counterpart who wasn't equally as much of a weapon as me, or he'd be a liability if we go into £1 million space, right? So we're prepared. So if I'm here with an expert getting the question, having a conversation, when the live questions come up and he's asking, you've got a different interpretation on it, and we fully engage in the audience, and that's how we build out the community. So it's slightly different format. I'm not saying it's never been done anywhere in the world, but it is specifically designed to build a genuine community, grassroots community of men who have similar values, and then we stream that concurrently, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, so that it can impact as many of those men. I have to go where you are because I don't know where you consume or how you consume. Remember, you tell me. So like when you said, how am I speak to, what age does it start from? If I'm losing you, you're going to let me know. I'm going to shift gears in how I convey it, and you're still going to get it. We're just going to make it in a different way so that it's always comprehensible. That's the most important thing. Not for me to sound lofty and intelligent. That don't matter. Understand what differentiates you from somebody else. But yeah, those magazines, I'm going to let you guys get back to it. You need those magazines. Common secrets, like you're watching this shit and you don't know. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. If you can't afford it, you can fucking rent it. And you can rent exactly what they're using. And thereby get exactly the same result. So there's no mysteries in this world for a lifelong learner. There's only mysteries for people who stop themselves, who use terms like, that's not for me.